Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel page for Chicago Bears content for pregame, postgame analysis. Today I'm going to be talking about the Chicago Bears versus Cincinnati Bengals pregame analysis. Currently the Bears are 3-9 while Cincinnati Bengals are 5-7. And just recently, Carlos Santos, who got signed to the Bears after Connor Barth missed the game-time field goal against Detroit Lions, he was just placed on the IR due to a groin injury. Because of that, the Bears signed Mike Nugent, a former Dallas Cowboys kicker. And this guy, he's had a pretty successful career. He's been in the league since 2005, and he's had a very high percentage. He's made 243 of 301 field goals with an 80.7% chance. So obviously those are good numbers. If he can start kicking, making them, games will go a lot longer. We will start winning games, and basically we just need a kicker that can actually make them. Going on to injury report for the Bears, we have Adrian Amos, Joshua Bellamy, Deion Bush, Bryce Callahan, Eddie Goldman, DeAndre Houston Carson, and Pernell McPhee. Now, some of these players were on the injury report last week, but we did see them playing. But some of the names that need to be out there, Adrian Amos is one of them. He's had a very successful year with his first defensive touchdown of the year against Baltimore Ravens, which led to a win, a 27-24 win in overtime. But if we can get out there, he's a very good pass defender, and he will make plays on the ball. He'll pick the ball off. He'll force fumbles like he's did a couple of times. He did against the Saints to Ingram at the very end, where Ingram fumbled twice, which could have led us to more points, but sadly they didn't. And then another name out there is Josh Bellamy. I mean, yeah, he does drop very many passes, but we do see him catch wide open passes that result in good plays, like we did Green Bay Packers, where Trubisky threw a deep ball at him and he caught it right in the end zone for a touchdown. And then going on the Bengals injury report, we got Geno Atkins, Vontaze Burfict, Darqueze Dennard, Adam Jones, Dre Kirkpatrick, Joe Mixon, Vincent Ray, John Ross, Nick Vigil, Sean Williams, and Brandon Wilson. Now, one of these names that do stand out is Joe Mixon. He's one of the running backs, and because of that, they're going to have Giovanni Bernard in the game, who's still a highly good running back. You got to defend and run. He will make holes like we've seen in previous years and this year's. So Bears defense, the run defense has to be out there just ready for anything. The Bears' key to success this week. Trubisky needs to throw. Last week he did throw 12-15 with 102 yards, but because of only 15 pass attempts, the Bears were only on the field for 20 minutes. Defense was out there way too long. But I do think that in the last game, if the Bears were out there longer, more throw attempts would have been made because Jordan Howard's not having a good game, which is not success that needs to happen this week. He needs to run better. Last 2 weeks have been awful for him. He had 38 yards this last week against 49ers and only 6 yards against the Eagles. That's 44 yards in 2 weeks, which is not what you see by a running back his skill. Jordan Howard now has been this year for 2 years, and we've seen that he's a playmaker. He gets those wide open holes. He runs the distance. We just saw 3 weeks ago against Detroit Lions him go 15 carries for 125 yards, which is very good numbers. That game we almost won because of him, but Connor Barth missed that game-time field goal, which gone to overtime. But if Jordan Howard gets this game going, he starts finding the holes, offensive line starts making holes for him, good things will happen. And then for number 3, offense needs to stay on the field longer. Like I said just previously in the last video, Bears were only on the field for 20 minutes. Defense held their ground last game, only allowing 15 points in the 38 minutes they're out there. But if the defense can't hold their ground and they're out there for too long, the game will be wide open for the Bengals. They'll start scoring, defense get tired, and then offense won't be able to do anything because they won't be on the field long, and they won't have, if there's a huge lead, they're going to have to do quick stuff, get the ball back right away. But if the defense is tired, that won't happen. So that's one of the biggest things that's happened this week. Offense needs to be on the field longer, extending those drives, and leading to scoring drives. And then Bears not to do this week, punts. Punts have been a huge factor in the season due to why they're 3-9. 3 and outs are a reason, but they've been punting way too much. They can't be punting. They got to be extending these drives, letting them go out, being smart, and not doing things that they don't think are right. If they just find the open guy, like Dontrell Inman, for example, he's a tall receiver who stands at 6'3", and if you find him, he'll catch over to any defender. So basically, you just gotta find the right guy, make the pass, and get the first down. It's gotta happen all day Sunday. They can't be messing around. Um, Number 2, they can't be giving Bengals long drives. Like I've said previously, defense needs to be out there quick, not long, so that the offense has very many chances to score the ball. Just defense needs to step up. I mean, last week they were playing very well. You can tell they're getting tired though, which is why most 49ers drives almost led to touchdowns, but thankfully in the last drive for the field goal they were able to hold their ground. And then number 3, penalties. This whole year penalties have been awful. Penalties are, like I said various times, penalties are the reason why teams lose. Penalties get you in those long third down conversions, long first downs, like 1st and 20s you see all the time with holding on first downs. If you can limit these penalties, good things will happen. Bears will start winning games, and basically Bears just do what they know they can do. And basically, if they cut down those penalties, they will open the game up for them, and more penalties will be called on the Bengals because they're going to try to get them to jump, do things that they're not supposed to, so that'll be very good for the Bears. So that's the end of this video. My prediction for this week is Bears 24 and Bengals 20. Stay tuned. Coming up in a few days, my post-game analysis for this game, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you.